Up next, folks, a huge answer could be unveiled about the whereabouts of the franchise player. It is the gang warfare that this war, regardless of last year's Pandemonium as the two originals, featured Luke, Ross, Steve, which is on Figure 2.0's Attack Him, Filmo, and their leader, Uncle Sam.
The following contest is the Gang Warfare match. Coming down the aisle from Portland, Oregon, he is the Ace of Spades, Luke Fowler. From Dallas, Texas, Ross Ribbon Mitchell. From Tacoma, Washington, he is the powerhouse, Steve Huber. They are the UWA Originals.
Oh man, a lot of people at home, they just want to see this war finally come to an end. They've been fighting since last Pandemonium, like I said, when Uncle Sam made his huge appearance and confronted the enforcer Nick Willis, saying that all this time when Filmo took over the company, Uncle Sam got a cut in this company, saying that if Uncle Sam, the government, had some sort of control in the company, that Filmo would be allowed to do what they want, the UWA would be allowed to do whatever the hell they want, that Uncle Sam is no longer a part of that original organization. He was to take back this organization and run it all for himself. And all this time, he thinks UWA needs to be PG at WWE. That's laughable. The man who made all this possible. Unfortunately, Nick Wilson, also the owner of the UWA, who run this company since day one, always back even before Pandemonium 1, back in 2001.
Now introducing their partner. From Beaverton, Oregon, he is the owner of the UWA. He is Nick Willis, the Enforcer.
So in this gang warfare matchup, there's nothing here tonight that'll be on the line. Tonight is solely about bragging rights and about supremacy. I mean, the enforcer Nick Wilson even said back at the first fight, I mean, if Big Boy 2.0 somehow managed to win here tonight, they would prove that they're the dominant faction. There'll be nothing left that the UWA Originals can possibly do to thwart their attempts, because Nick Wilson said they're going to put all the stops to put away Big Boy 2.0 once and for all.
Welcome to the United States, land of the free, home of the slave. Grand Imperial Guard where the dollar is safe and proud. Let's do this shit for real, come on now. Smoke and mirrors, stripes and stars, stoners for the cross in the name of God. Bloodshed, genocide, rape and fraud, written to the pages of the law, good law.
Now introducing their opponents. Now residing in Atlanta, Georgia, Filmo. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he is simply the Taxman. From Washington, D.C., he represents the highest power in the land, Uncle Sam. They are Big Brother 2.0.
Well, folks, I'm going to say this right now because I know nobody gets to say it in the match. Well, folks, for all you taxpayers out there, I really hope that you got your taxes in on time by April 15th. Because if not, you probably got a paid visit by the tax man, and he can probably slap you with an audit, probably. You know, Uncle Sam, I mean, I can't imagine a day in my career that man right there be running the shots here in the UWA. I mean, you see what this man's capable of doing. I mean, for crying out, it was Uncle Sam who ruined two great CPVs, Bloodshed and Do or Die last year when he took over the show.
Legacy so ingrained in the way that we think we no longer need chance to be slain.
There's the bell, and here we go. Uncle Sim clotting with Luke there, and obviously the bigger man won that exchange, but I'm surprised I didn't see this one coming, folks. Of course, the franchise player's late. So I guess all this time, Uncle Sim been blowing hot air, talking out of his ass, lying to everybody, thinking that the franchise player's going to be here tonight. I mean, if the franchise player's going to be here to do war, at least he could show up on time. And you think of all places here in Heathens Row, Kemlon, you think he'd learn to be a little more punctual and show up to the fight every time the gang warfare match.
If you know anything about the franchise player, this man has never been late here in the UWA. This man is very well liked and well respected. So obviously it's just a bunch of bullshit from Uncle Sam, Taxman, Filmo.
And one more thing, I really hate comparing John Cena to the franchise player. And look at this, and oh, that huge Luke DDT there. Like I said, I really hate comparing the franchise player to, oh look, it's following up with the STF, you're only going to rope break. But like I said, I really hate comparing John Cena to the franchise player. I've said so many times that the franchise player is not a carbon copy of John Cena, despite popular belief. But there's one thing that John Cena and the franchise player have in common is their work ethic. I mean, just like John Cena, at every single show, the franchise player is always first one to arrive and the last person to leave.
Well, nonetheless, I guess we might have to just wait for the franchise player, even if he's coming, but we got a match on the way here. This Filmo going up top. Oh! Spring off the ropes and continuing to punish Ross here. He's picking each body part and working on it.
So far, this beginning of this match, this is probably the most offense Filmo's ever had, since claim to fame of last year, back in 2010 when he and Uncle Sam took on the team of the UWA Originals, Ross River, Mitchell, Mason Spades, Luke Fowler. Of course, that was the turning point in this war when Big Bear 2.0 got the win, the surprising win over the UWA Originals. Of course, that all could have been led to the slight injuries that Luke and Ross sustained this weeks before. And now look at this, Filmo and see people going at these two former friends, these former members of the NGD, the New Gangster Domination back in the mid-2000s.
Yeah, of course, how can anyone forget how this rivalry started so long ago? Luke Fowler was, just minding his own business in the backstage, and Filmo out of nowhere just hit him with a stunner. And ever since then, they've been bitter rivals ever since.
Yeah, that's even pre-Pandemonium 1, so these guys, I think it goes deep, at least more than 10 years. Vintage Filmo with his showboating, with that dancing, of course, also pissing off the base of Spades Luke Fowler. Remember, folks, these gang warfare matchups, due to the obvious limitations on the presentation here, only 6 people can be in the ring at once. So once some from the UWA Originals are eliminated, the enforcer Nick Wilson, the captain, will take their spot. But now the big question is, if anyone from Big Bear 2.0 is eliminated, then in theory the franchise player will come out and take their spot.
From the looks of it, Big Bear 2.0 is a man short, so this might be a 4-on-3 advantage for the UWA Originals. Filmo, I think he might know that, and that's why he's working a little bit extra hard right now. Oh, look at this, exposing that turnbuckle.
Ross is able to sidestep Filmo right there, coming for something. What does he have in store here? Oh, look at this part's going for a pedigree, but Filmo reverses to a Samoan drop. Man, I haven't seen this type of one-on-one offense by Filmo since holding bash of last time he fought Luke Fowler. Oh, he's driving Ross on face first. And don't discount Filmo. He has a lot of credentials. Oh, look at that. Hits the gangsta lean out of nowhere. All of this. Big Bear 2.0 just bum rushes the corner of the UWA Originals. And oh my goodness. Quick work of Ross River Mitchell. And how disappointing was that?
Very disappointing indeed. And what the hell was Filmo eating for breakfast here tonight? I guess he must have ate his Wheaties here tonight. We haven't seen the Filmo like this in a long time. And oh my! He's floating over, but oh man, he just ate the outside floor right there.
Yeah, we haven't seen this type of Pandemonium, display by Filmo since Pandemonium 8 in that brother versus brother I Quit match. This will be the third Pandemonium that potentially these two brothers, Nick Willis and Filmo, could be facing each other. Of course, it was the brother versus brother I Quit match that Filmo fought the Enforcer at. Of course, don't forget the last Pandemonium, that triple threat winner take all match where they fought was Filmo, the Enforcer, and Al Gore. Now this year, here comes the Enforcer, brother versus brother once again. It's like these two men were destined to fight each other for their entire life, it seems. This is the way they've grown up. I mean, till to this day, these guys just fight back and forth on who truly started the UWA. I mean, in Filmo's mind, he did it wasn't for his ideas, his work, the work he put in to bring this company. I mean, it would have been the same. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Scott Stunner-like arms displayed by the Enforcer with that huge power bomb. I guess in Filmo's mind, the Enforcer does not give Filmo any credit whatsoever for all the contributions he put in this company. And Filmo, he's always wanted that spot that the Enforcer Nick Willis has had since day one.
Look at this, the Enforcer continuing his manhandle his older brother. It's not very often you see the younger brother get the upper hand on the older one. And oh my! Nick Willis, the Enforcer here, takes in a Luke Fowler, setting up Filmo.
Oh, the hits him absolutely dazed. Oh, there's a race of spades here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my, how did he pull that off? I don't know if you saw it, folks, but Luke Fowler hit the flying aces. Filmo tried to turn it into a gangster league, and then Luke Fowler countered the counter into a DDT. And there you have it, folks, the first elimination for Big Red 2.0 in Filmo. God, talk about a double counter there.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some pretty epic counters from the UWA, but we haven't seen anything like a double counter. That was sick. Now, of course, led to Filmo. Oh! Getting eliminated. Now it's a 3-on-2 situation here. Would be a 3-on-3 right about now. The franchise player would show up, but of course we were informed before this match started the franchise player is running late. So who knows what's going to go on with that situation. But now Uncle Sam doing the job after Filmo left here. Setting Luke up.
Now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. This is now where business is going to pick up because now the quote-unquote jobber is out of the matchup. Now you know that these guys, these 5 minutes, but they're definitely going to pick up the pace.
Yeah, speaking of that, I mean, Luke Fowler, he's always looking for his Pandemonium moment. That's what he strives for every Pandemonium, and he's probably going to want to try something huge tonight.
Don't forget Pandemonium 9 when he did that huge diving moves off the top of the ladder through a table on the outside onto Mac the Boss. Oh, red, white, and blue. That's got to be for Luke Fowler. Of course, he didn't get his moment last year, but he's looking for it again this year. And oh, nice save by the Enforcer, that running bulldog. That could have been it for an ace of spades after hitting that red, white, and blue.
Look at this, Luke Fowler's still out, and Enforcer just assisting him. I gotta admit though, I don't know what Luke Fowler can possibly do to get his Pandemonium mode. We've seen so much crazy action go on here tonight. I mean,
some of the things that already happened earlier time. And don't forget, I mean, those Vaughn crashing through all 4 of those tables and then getting fired. We have a new UWA champion in Aaron Emeny, and then don't forget that huge moment when Pinkerton got swerved by 4 other people.
So when Megan Fox got thrown off that bridge, and when Lauren Magma got sent down to hell, Luke Fowler sure has his work cut out for him here tonight. Uncle Sam is doing a good job making sure Luke does not have his Pandemonium moment. Goes for the Irish whip.
Talking about Pandemonium moments, that huge swerve that we didn't see coming by the Mythbusters. Oh my God, that clothesline from Wall Street taking down Luke Fowler. Oh, thankfully the Enforcer was able to break up that pin attempt there. That's the thing. That's exactly what the Enforcer promised. He was gonna have the back of his comrades here tonight because he knows that they're gonna have the back for him here tonight as well. Now Luke in with him.